Please be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is a case of Hilburn versus Barnes.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone.
Good day.
Ms. Hilburn, you admit that you've been caught up in a love triangle
Yes,
for
Your
the
Honor.
past 3 years, which you say resulted in the birth of your 10-month-old daughter, Saray. But you're here to prove she is the defendant's baby.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Barnes, you claim that you discovered Ms. Hilburn was cheating on you on Valentine's Day. Your relationship ended, but soon after giving Ms. Hilburn another chance, you discovered she was still sleeping with the other man.
Yes, Your Honor.
And while you're hoping you are Saray's father, you do have doubts.
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
So, Mr. Barnes, what kind of connection have you developed with this child?
It's a father-daughter relationship. I was there from start to finish. I was there for appointments, ultrasounds. I was there when she was born. I got there before she did to the hospital. I signed all the paperwork to be on the birth certificate. Well, I couldn't be because she is still legally married, so I was not able to be put on it.
Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting you to say that, so she's still legally married to someone
Your Honor.
else.
And I would want more than anything to actually be her father. Because I was there. I've put the time, the commitment, the love. She's my daughter for all I know. So I want it to be that way.
So, Ms. Hilburn, you've been caught in a love triangle.
Yes, Your Honor.
Explain to me, what is going on?
I met Mr. Barnes through an ex of mine. He was friends with him, and we developed a relationship and started sleeping together. And then we started to have issues, and I met another guy and started to sleep with him behind Mr. Barnes's back.
That's pretty much a love triangle. So you ended up having feelings for both men.
Yes.
And Mr. Barnes, during the time this was going on, did you have any idea she was sleeping with someone else?
No, Your Honor, it was always done while I was at work, so I had no idea. So the night before Valentine's Day, which is the first time it happened, I was at work. She said she was going to her friends. Okay, fine, go ahead. I get home, I try texting her, try calling her, no response. So whatever, I go to sleep. The next day, Miss Hilburn and the other gentleman come back to the house. They're brought by the people that they stayed with. I was informed by the people who brought them that they had slept together that night.
That is not true. I told him that I'd slept with
She had been
the other
telling
man.
him that she was not with anybody at that point in time. We had lived in a house together, and that's where this other gentleman moved in. We were all living there. I was
Let's slow down at that part. You said all of you were living together?
Yes, ma'am.
You're living with your girlfriend and the man she cheated on you with?
No, we were not together at the time.
No.
So if she...
Were you still sleeping with her?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
That's together in some respects. So you all are living in the house together.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you sleeping with both of them while you live in the house with both of them, Miss Hilburn?
Yes, I was.
So, I'm not trying to give anyone tips, but how did you pull that off? How?
He would go to work. As soon as he left, me and the other guy would have sex.
Wow. Did both guys know you were with the other one?
Not all the time, they didn't.
But some of the time they did?
Yes, and
No, ma'am, Your Honor. We
Mr.
had
Barnes
no idea of each other.
was dumb
Until
enough
2
to
months
believe my
after
lie.
Saray was born, that's when
She just
I
said
was
you were
informed.
dumb enough to believe her lie.
She was
Yes, he
never
did.
told.
Yes, he did.
If I would have known at that point in time that there was another gentleman she was messing around with, it would not have been how it is today.
If he said it was going to be different, that's why he's still sleeping with me in the present.
Mr. Barnes, are you still intimate with Miss Hilburn?
Yes, ma'am, but we use condoms.
Miss Hilburn, are you also still with the other guy?
Yes, and 5 months after this baby was born, I became pregnant again.
Oh, so you're pregnant now?
Yes, 7 months.
You're pregnant right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know who this child's father is?
It could be Mr. Barnes or the other guy.
It's the same situation.
It's the same situation.
All right, Jerome. Guess we can cancel our vacations
Absolutely.
because Miss Hilburn will be returning. Miss Hilburn, same two men could
Yes.
potentially be the father?
Yes, Your
Yes.
Honor.
Okay, so you find out you're pregnant
Yes.
with Saray. Who do you tell first?
I told Mr. Barnes first. He said that he wanted to see the proof because there had been other times that I lied to him about being pregnant. So I took the paper to him and showed that I was pregnant, and he was happy because he wanted to be a father.
Okay, so even though she lied before about being pregnant,
Yeah, I saw the proof this
you saw
time,
the proof
so I was happy.
and you were happy.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did she tell you about the other guy?
Not at that moment. I didn't find out about the other guy until 2 months after Saray was born. We had gotten into an argument, and she had let slip that I may not be the father. So from then on, there has been some doubt that I might not be, but I want to know.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell.
I
Really want to be.
did tell him before the baby was born that there was a chance that she could not be his.
You
So-
told me 2 months after Saray was born.
I told you
That's
2
when
months before
most of
Saray
the
was
problems
born.
between you and I started dealing with that gorgeous girl right there. I love that girl.
You nodded affirmatively. He does love her, right?
Yeah. And when I told him, he didn't want to believe that she wasn't his.
And that breaks your heart because you did finally try to tell the truth.
Yes,
And then
I
he
did.
didn't want to believe you.
After she was born. That's why we're here, because she lied to us. We don't know. We want to know.
And so what happens if she's not your biological child?
It would devastate me. I was there from day one. You know, the fact that she might not be mine, it hurts.
And I regret it. I really do.
Miss Hilburn, there's a part of me that wants to believe you regret it, and yet you find yourself in the exact same situation again. I don't know how much more difficult a life lesson has to be, but the mistake you've repeated again. So as you're going through the birth and Mr. Barnes is here for Saray and he's developing this beautiful bond, what's going on with the other guy?
He's not there.
So he
hasn't-
just shows up for the sex, not for the responsibility?
Yeah. And he only tries to be the dad to try to get to Mr. Barnes.
To
Provoke
provoke me.
him.
Oh.
Yes.
So using your baby as a pawn, and you're still sleeping with him?
Yes.
Somebody tried to play your baby like she's a little pawn in the game?
Yes.
She does the same thing, Your Honor. She holds her over my head. If somebody doesn't do what she wants or something happens that she disapproves of, she will threaten to take her away from me, not let me see her.
This other guy, what if he's the father?
He's not going to be a dad.
She deserves somebody there as a father.
And I'm scared that if the baby is not his, that Mr. Barnes will walk away and he won't come back.
So you are truly fearful that your actions have destroyed your child's opportunity to have two parents, a
Yes.
loving home, and a man that cares for her.
Yes,
I can tell it's eating away at you.
it does.
Not just this child, potentially another one.
Yes.
It's obvious what your hopes are because
Yes, Your
you
Honor.
definitely want to be the father.
Yes, I do.
And you truly want him to be because this other gentleman, you have no faith in him.
I do not.
Why are you with him then?
I guess
If you got one guy that truly loves you and wants to step up to the plate, that's what I don't understand about a love triangle, Jerome.
he truly loves me, but he tells me he's in love with his current girlfriend.
Oh, so this isn't a love triangle, this is a square. We got Miss Hilburn and Mr. Barnes, his girlfriend, the guy you're sleeping with, that's all the players.
Yes.
So, Mr. Barnes, you got a girlfriend.
Yes, I do.
Does she know about this relationship?
She suspects, but when you don't see your girlfriend for 7 months you don't see her. What else you supposed to do?
Hold on now. You say you don't see your girlfriend for 7 months?
Yeah, she lives on the property with her baby daddy and her kids.
Jerome, it can't get any worse.
This is pretty messy.
It can't get any worse. Okay.
Wow.
But you're still sleeping with Miss Hilburn, and she could potentially be carrying your child now, and you also could be Saray's father.
Saray happened before we even got together. She was born before we got together.
So she knows about Saray?
Yes.
What about the new baby?
She's been told possibly that it's possibly mine.
She believes
All right.
stronger that the other
You know what?
man is the father, though. No.
So this is just a bona fide mess. Really? Really? Because basically the other guy is just having sex with you and using you.
Yes.
You know what? This is what we're gonna do today. We are going to get the DNA test results for Saray today, but I am going to order you, I am going to send you directly from this courtroom, and we're gonna do some prenatal testing. And we're gonna find out who this child's father is, because I can see right now you all gonna leave here and go back out into these streets just making more and more mess. And look, Saray's already had to wait long enough, and this child should not have to do the same. You shouldn't have to be almost 1 year old to figure out who your father is. That doesn't have to be the case. Do you understand?
Yes.
Because I got the truth for you. I'm gonna serve it up. Jerome, let's go to the results. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Hilburn versus Barnes, pertaining to whether Sean Barnes is the biological father of 10-month-old Saray Barnes, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Barnes, you are not Saray's father. I know that wasn't the news you wanted.
Oh.
And as much as I believe and would bet my bottom dollar, Miss Hilburn, that you have orchestrated a lot of this mess, I was still rooting for you. And I was rooting for Saray. I knew this man loved her. And I wanted him to be her father, but the DNA says otherwise. I'm just a judge. DNA is the jury. Mr. Barnes, I know these are not the results you wanted, and I know you've gotten so attached to Saray. I can see the hurt in your eyes, and I'm sorry that it didn't turn out the way you wanted. What will you do now?
What is there to do? I mean, can't just really let go of that.
And you don't have to. Because ultimately, you can't be in the child's life and then carry a resentment. You understand? And you are not her biological father. So if you truly feel like it's best that you step away, she's young enough now where she can recover. But now we have to figure out, are you the father of the unborn child? Lack of responsibility has led you to this place. Right from this courtroom, you are going to go get tested. A prenatal DNA test will be administered so that we can determine who's the father of this innocent unborn child you're carrying. So you can begin to break this cycle. Because you said you just don't really know why you do these things. You just out here lying. You said about 10 times a day, because I lied, because he's dumb enough to believe my lies, because I lied, he says you lied. You out here lying all over the place.
Yes.
Now it's time for the truth. Court is adjourned. Do you want to watch Paternity Court on TV? Go to paternitycourt.tv to find your local listings. So, Ms. Hilburn and Mr. Barnes, since you appeared in my courtroom, has it gotten better, I hope?
Yes. Sean is like the only person that I talk to now.
All right.
We come to an agreement that Saray's all that, you know, I'm the only one she's known as her dad, so we agreed that we'll keep it that way.
So when you were in our courtroom, Ms. Hilburn, you were pregnant.
Yes.
And there was an issue as to the paternity of your unborn child, am I correct?
Yes.
Well, I have those results here for you right now. Are you ready for them?
Yes.
All right. Mr. Barnes, you are not the father.
Still not going to change anything for the fact of Saray. So, I mean, just going to keep on going how we have been.
Ms. Hilburn, that the result you expected?
I kind of knew it was going to be like that.
I hope that this entire situation has been a huge learning lesson, life lesson for you. And so, Mr. Barnes, will you also be there for this child as well?
I'll try to be there.
Well, that's commendable. We're wishing you the very, very best of luck, and we just want you to take care, most importantly, take care of those beautiful children.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
All right.